In this video, we are going to learn about the coordinate plane and basic graphing techniques. So here we have a coordinate plane. And that coordinate plane is made up of an x-axis and a y-axis. This is your x-axis, and it runs horizontally. Horizontal. And then here is your y-axis, and it is vertical. Now, another thing out of this area that you need to think about is we have 4 quadrants in this area. So you can label these. This is quadrant 1, quadrant 2, 3, and quadrant 4. So in your quadrants, what that means, because I'm going to label this over here, these are your quadrants. In quadrant 1, your ordered pair is going to be a positive and a positive. Both the numbers will be positive. In quadrant 2, it's going to be a negative and then a positive ordered pair. Your x would be negative and your y number would be positive. In quadrant 3, you're going to have a negative x value and a negative y value. And then in quadrant 4, you're going to have a positive x value and a negative y value. And as we get into graphing, that will make more sense, but it helps to know each one of your quadrants and what the ordered pair should look like in that particular area. Now we're going to work on graphing an ordered pair. So we're going to graph the ordered pair 3, 4. Let's talk about your ordered pairs. Ordered pairs are always in the form of the x and then the y. That x value tells me to move to the left or the right, depending on whether it's positive or negative. If it were a negative, I would move to the left. If it were a positive number, I would move to the right. And then the y value tells me whether to move up or down. Again, a positive number would be to move up, and a negative number would tell me to move down. So let's go over here and graph our ordered pair 3, 4. You always start at the origin, which is at the center. And then from that origin, you're going to count each line. Yeah, you've got whole numbers, so it needs to be on the whole line, going up one line each time. Your point is going to be where the crossbars meet. So I'm just going to use little tick marks to kind of help you see where I'm going. I do not want you to do this when you're graphing, though. I'm just doing this for an example. So if I start from the origin, I'm going to go 3 up because I have a positive 3. And I'm going to go to the right 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, because I had a positive 4. So my point, 3, 4, would be located right there on my graph. All right, let's try another. We're going to graph the ordered pair. Let's do 1, 5. Again, they're both positive. If they're both positive, they should be in quadrant 1 because my ordered pair is a positive positive in this quadrant. The 1 is my x value and the 5 is my y value. Remember, it's always, your ordered pair is always x and y. It's alphabetical. The 1's going to tell me which direction to go left or right, and the y will tell me which direction to go up or down. Again, start at your origin, and I'm going to go one line up. I'm going to go one line to the right, and then up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's my new ordered pair that's graphed at 1, 5. We're going to graph the ordered pair -5, -4. Notice that your x and y value are both negative. The x tells me run left or right. The y tells me to run up and down. So again, left or right for the x is horizontal, up and down for the y is vertical. This negative ordered pair is going to put it in quadrant 3. So let's talk about our quadrants again. If you are in the quadrant in this area, that is a positive, positive. The quadrant here is a negative, positive. This quadrant in the lower left-hand corner is a negative, negative. And then the lower right-hand corner would be a positive, negative ordered pair. So that's where they would land. So we know that based off of our ordered pair, we're going to end up in quadrant 3 right here. So again, my ordered pair tells me to go -5 vertically. So again, start at your origin. You're going to come 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then, and then you're going to go down -4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can check it again if I started at my origin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then down 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's try to graph the ordered pair. We're going to go with 0, -6. So 0 means my x value, because this is my x, is not going to move to the left or the right, but my y value is going to go 6 down. So I'm going to come to my origin right here in the center, and I'm going to count and go 6 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you are on the actual y-axis. This will leave me on the y-axis. I don't know what point is on. Because again, this is my x and this is my y when we're graphing. So now you're going to tell me the ordered pair. So I'm going to put a point on our graph. I'm going to go ahead and label your axis. Remember, this is your x-axis. It's the horizontal. This is your y-axis, your vertical. Vertical axis. Horizontal axis. So you need to give me the ordered pair. So we're going to talk about some things here. Give me the ordered pair. You need to remember the ordered pair comes in the order of x and then y. So you're going to give me that horizontal value first, your left or right from the origin, and then you're going to give me the vertical value, the y value up and down, secondly. So let's look at where we're at. Again, you're going to start at the origin. I'm just going to put a little dot here for a second. And so we've moved 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's -4 for my x. And then for my y, we're coming up 1, 2, 3, 4. And I went up, so that is +4. So my ordered pair would be -4, +4. So here we're looking for the ordered pair of the graphed point. I've labeled your x and y axis for you. Remember, your ordered pair is in the form of x and then y. So again, always start at your origin. So you're always going to start here when you're counting. So I did not move to the left or the right, so that makes my x be a 0. But I did move up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So my y value is 6. So my ordered pair is 0, 6. So your question on this one is, what is the ordered pair of the graphed point? If your axes are not labeled, remember you probably need to do that so you can keep track of where your X and Y axis would be located. Remember, ordered pair is in the form of X and then Y. And so as we go through here, you're going to go in the direction of the X first. So I'm going to mark these off for you as we go. We start at the origin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I went 7 to the left, and that would make that -7 since I went to the left. Then I've got to rise or go vertically. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And since I went up, that is a +5. So you're going to find the ordered pair of the graphed point. And so your X and Y axis has already been labeled. So we're going to start with our X. Remember, your ordered pair goes X and Y alphabetically. My X is moving to the right, so that's going to make it positive. So from the origin, I moved 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 places. So that would be +6. Now, think about your Y. Did it move up or down off the axis? So you can see it did not move up or down, so that would make your Y value be 0. It's neutral.